Hello, my absolutely wonderful financial fashionistas. This is Joy with Joyful Budgeting Co. And it's Fun Friday. Today, we're filling our Fri-Yay Savings Challenge envelopes, connecting with our budget buddy for accountability magic, and stuffing our mini savings challenges with our rollover from our variable envelopes. We're wrapping up this week with stability that comes from faithful stewardship and intentional planning with our 52-week reverse challenge. Let's finish this week out strong and step into the weekend feeling financially grounded. We're going to start things out with our variable envelopes. And in gas, I just cannot believe how much it was to fill up my tank. We've got $10, $15 remaining. In groceries, we have our full $75. We did not have to purchase anything this week. The kids have 5, 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, $29 remaining. They did spend a little bit over this past week. And for me in spending, I've got 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $377 that I will be rolling over. Now, let's take a look. We're going to get our rollover funds, and to go toward those mini challenges, we've got 50, 70, 85, $90. And let's see how we're going to split that up, because this week we will be adding our book challenge to the mix. We have $18 remaining because I did buy some more books. I'm so excited. I'm reaching into a new author, and we will see how things go. But we've got $18 out of the 85 in here. In our medical, we've got 100, 200, 20, 40, 50, 1, 2. So we've got $252 and we need $358. So we're pretty close on this one. So we'll see what we can fill in here. And then in school, we have $200 out of the 800. So let's see. I'm going to start with our medical savings challenge. And I'm thinking, let's add $25 to it. So we'll do this 25. And I'm going to get this 25 right here colored in. And since we are adding 25 to this challenge, we now have 150, 220, 40, 60, 75, 6, 7. So we've got $277 in our medical challenge. And in books, I'm going to add 15. So we will mark off 1, 2, 3 because each one is worth 5, which means we now have 10, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, $33 towards books. Hopefully that will be completely stuffed when I order the next round of books. And we will be adding another $50 to school. Each one of these spaces is worth 100. So we should have 250. So we got 50, 150, 70, 90, 200. Oops, 50. So we've got $250 in our envelope towards our $800 back to school goal. We were able to stretch that money through all 3 of our mini challenges, and I'm very excited. I love the fact that I have been able to feed my love of books with our roller funds. Now we are going to work on refilling our variable envelopes. We're going to do that with our reserve binder. And financial fashionistas, building stability in our finances start with understanding that God cares deeply about how we manage what he entrusts to us. Matthew 25:21 celebrates the faithful servant. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with few things. I put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. This is why we show up every single Friday. Faithfulness with our few things prepares us for God's many things. Let me share 3 biblical principles for building a stable budget. First, we honor God with our first portion, not leftovers. Malachi 3:10 says, "Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessings that there will not be room enough to store it." Notice God says, "Test me." When we tithe first, before paying bills, before buying groceries, before anything else, we're demonstrating that God is our true source. This creates spiritual and financial stability because we're aligning ourselves with God's economy, not the world's. Second, we plan our expenses with wisdom and foresight. Luke 14:28-30 asks, "Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? For if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish it, everyone who sees it will ridicule you, saying, 'This person began to build and wasn't able to finish.'" Jesus is teaching us to count the cost before we commit. This means creating a budget before the month begins, knowing where every dollar is assigned and making sure our expenses don't exceed our income. Wise planning creates stability. Third, we save consistently for the future. Proverbs 6:6-8 tells us, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commanders, no overseers or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in the summer and gathers its food at harvest." The ant doesn't wait for someone to tell it to save. It naturally prepares during good times for lesser seasons. Your emergency fund is your summer provision for winter challenges. Even $10 a week is $520 in 1 year. That's ant wisdom creating stability. Remember, stability comes from being faithful with what God has already given you. In gas, we are adding another $100. It was $85 to fill my tank with the current cost of gas. That had me floored. So that's why I budget so much year round, because there was a year in the past where gas prices increased and it cost almost $100 for me to fill my tank. So since that was the worst of it, I've always put $100 to the side. So that way, when times like this happen, it's not a shock to me. And has anyone else noticed that it seems like every time we get to the spring or close to the summer, something always happens that causes the gas prices to rise? In groceries, we are adding another $75 to our grocery envelope to get us through. We will need to spend some of that this week because some of our meat items, which is something that I don't have here at home. I do not have a farm, you guys. I just have a couple grow beds and some fruit trees in the back. Someone asked me about that because the kids were able to harvest lemons, limes, and oranges. And we are adding another $20 to what the kids have available, which means now the kids have 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 5, 45, 46, 47, 48, $49. And last but not least, I am paying myself and I'm giving myself another $10. And with this additional $10, I now have 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 310, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $387 to put towards something amazing for myself. I'm still working, guys, towards being able to go and do a little something for myself, but I am blessed to have the money for when that time comes. Now we are going to jump into our savings challenges, and towards our variable challenges, we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 20, 5, 35, 45, 50, 5, 60, 5, 75, 85, 95, 200, 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 520, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's $255 to put towards our challenges. And we're going to start with, as always, what we know, our Fri-Yay challenge. We have prepared for this, and today is April 3rd. So we will be saving an additional $3. So I'm going to turn to April, and we've got $3 right here for week 1. We're going to get that tucked into our week 1 pocket as we push forward through this challenge to know that we've been able to be consistent. That definitely feels great. Next, we are going to jump into our Budget Buddies challenge. And Budget Buddies is a challenge that we do with a friend. She scratches off our flour challenge and lets us know how much we need to save. And this week, it is huge. We are saving $50, $65. So $65 in Budget Buddies to start this month off strong. This challenge has really been giving me a run for my money this year. It is crazy how much we're saving, but I love it because it's propelling me towards my goals. Next, we are going to be doing our 52-week reverse challenge. And this week is week number 39. So we will be saving 20, 30, 5, 37, $39 this week towards our 52-week reverse challenge. It is crazy how quickly time flies. I almost said time flies when you're having fun. We are having fun, but time just gets away from us so quickly. And this is why we have to be intentional, because time is something that is a currency for us, but it's something that we cannot get back. We can't earn it back. Once the time is spent, it's gone. And that reminds me that we need to always make sure that we take time and plan time with our family, because that time is limited. We never know when that time is going to be up. That is another fantastic Fun Friday complete. Our envelopes are filled, our systems are faithful, and we're heading into the weekend with total financial stability built on God's principles. This is our word for the year, and we're living it every single day. Thank you for being a faithful steward with me, my wonderful financial fashionistas. We're managing our few things in a way that prepares us for the many things that are to come. This is Joy with Joyful Budgeting Co., celebrating your faithful commitment. Enjoy your stable, peaceful weekend, and I will see you tomorrow for Catterday Saturday.